All right, everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Tables Shakers TV. I told you all that on this YouTube channel, any issue happening on Facebook, any part of the internet, YouTube, Instagram, will always bring it to you on this platform. Like you all know that this is me, your sister Lizzy Chimamanda, and I'm welcoming you all to my YouTube channel. Then I'm telling you all that if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly subscribe to this YouTube channel and make sure you turn on the notification bell so that anytime I get to upload any video, you'll be the first person to get notified. Before we go forward, I have an important message to pass to Edwin Clark. But before we continue, please watch out this video before you get my words twisted.
What do you think about IPOB, their leader, and their agitation to come out from Nigeria?
They are very unrealistic boys. They are not. IPOB, to me, is not pursuing the right thing. When this war was fought, I told the IPOB leader, he was not born at the time.
You don't meet Nnamdi Kanu before, Chief?
I've never met him, but I've challenged him, and he has also challenged me that I was a slave of the North. That's why he branded me. I told him, he has a good fight, that we are being neglected. The youths of the East have been neglected. The people of the East have been neglected. They have only 5 seats, whereas other regions have 6. One, in fact, had 7. Based on what? Nobody knows. So for every appointment that's been made in this country, the Igbos are shortchanged. If you are distributing universities per state, they will have 5 states, 5 universities. South will have 6. Southwest will have 6. Northwest will have 7. But the Igbos formed the 3rd leg of this country when this country was created. So they had a good fight, they have a good problem. They complain, but not the way they are going about it.
So you don't think, say, the South, they part of that map? Because this is something they talk over and over again.
Those are useless.
Say if they come out,
what is it?
Delta, they part of Biafra.
How can Delta be part of Biafra? In what way? Is Biafra older than Delta? Are they bigger than Delta? How can River State become part of Biafra? No, or Akwa Ibom. They are dreaming, thinking about the eastern region of those days, or pre-independent, the time states were created. So, he's a young man. But let me say this before I finish about IPOC. I hope the federal government will give him a fair and decent trial, open trial. Because I do not understand up to today how the federal government got him back into Nigeria. We remember the days of Omar Diko, when he was being created in a big box to be kidnapped to Nigeria. I don't know how this young man was brought back to Nigeria. There are legitimate ways of doing it, legal ways of doing it, by extradition. Where he is, there will be court session to determine whether he committed a political offense or a criminal offense. That will determine whether it will be brought back or not. I do not think these were followed. And I think that the Kenyan government has a duty to tell us, is this boy lying? Was he in Kenya for 8 days with British passport?
But the Kenyan government don't deny, say they know.
No. The man said, I was abducted from Kenya. The man who was saying they were playing politics. During the trial, we will now hear this. Kanu should be made to make a statement to the public. But I do not agree with him, the way he's fighting the fight. You are just killing your people. You must listen to people. You must belong to a decent society. That's the way I disagree with him.
Yeah, President Muhammadu Buhari talk for one recent interview, say he get assurance from the elders from the South and also the youth, say South no get any intention to talk about separation from Nigeria. You be one of those elders we believe in no separation.
I'm not a question of being an elder. I'm the leader of the Jaws. The INC he was referring to, the Jaws National Congress, where the president led his newly elected executive to. I am the chairman of the board of trustees of that organization. The judge did not give Buhari any assurance. All they were saying is that we are part of this country. We are not breaking away from Nigeria. We are part of this country. We have no reason to secede, provided we will belong to a country where all of us are equal. Provided our area will be developed. Provided we will be allowed to participate in the oil industry in our home. This is what they said. So to quote them out of context is unfair and unpatriotic.
So, Chief, if the talk say make we not rule out in the nearest future, South also coming up with a position, say, then they marginalized and they won't come out.
We are not saying that. Who owns this country? Come out for who? Who owns this country? That I should now pack and go to where? We will fight for our rights here. And we are saying that they should mind their ways of doing things. When we got to the stage of taking our destiny into our own hands, you will know what we want, what we will do.
Yeah, and Chief, recently, just because you mentioned the fight to produce a president from the South then, and that is something where the Southern governors don't again talk about and don't decide for recent meeting where they do. They talk about how the next president of Nigeria is supposed to come from the South. You agree with that, their decision?
Oh, yes. Listen, this country we are, now we all get more. Not be one person, not be one group of people. When Lugard signed an agreement bring us together in 1914, he did not say that the North should be senior partner of that amalgamation. The South should be the junior partner. Or the North should be the husband. And the South should be the wife. There was nothing like that. It was an equal agreement that you are all equal. Come together. That's what happened. But we knew that the British government at that time, and I'm happy that the BBC, were helping the Northerners to dominate the South. And that's where we find ourselves today. But we have been telling them, this cannot continue forever. The first prime minister we have in this country, equivalent to Mr. President, from Alhaji Tafawa Balewa, from Bauchi State, Northeast. So when the Northeast people came recently that they have not produced a president of this country, it's a lie.
Okay, Chief. You've clearly stated that
So
it should
now
come back
what we
to
are
the
saying,
South, that it should come back to the
it should
South.
go to the South now that Buhari has ruled for 8 years
And his administration is
in 2023.
Okay, Chief. So let's talk about something else where the Southern governors also talk about from waiting happen for the National Assembly, the Senate and the House of Reps on the PIB bill. But the Southern governors reject the 3% revenue for host communities where they produce oil. Say no, they enough, saying 5% they want. You support their decision?
Well, 100%. I support their decision. Even when they said they were ready to accept 5%, I disagree with them. We want 10%. 10% equity of the allocation, equity shares of the company. We want to be part of the oil industry. The northerners who are today having all the oil blocks, who are the owners of the oil industry, who maintain, control it, they don't produce any oil. Not a pint of oil. They don't. Most of them who benefit from this oil, they don't know what crude oil looks like. For the people, for instance, in 2005, when we had the same problem at the political conference, reform conference held in Abuja here, at the International Conference Center. I was the leader of the South-South. This same issue came up. We produced a paper at that conference. And one of it was that to show who are the people benefiting from the oil we have without contributing a kobo to the economy of the country by form of oil production. And we discovered that North Central to get about 48 billion naira yearly. But they don't contribute a kobo to the revenue of Nigeria Federation account, apart from what is produced, other charges, custom, and so on. We're talking about oil and gas. Northwest, they took about 49% billions. They don't contribute a kobo. Northeast, they took about 45%. They didn't contribute anything. Southwest, they took away about 49 billion naira a year. They contributed less than 4%. In Ondo, where the jaws and the largest are, at the water side of Ondo. Then the southeast, between Imbo and Abia, they contributed about 2.5% at that time. And they got only 35 billion naira. Whereas the South, plus the 13%, we got about 140% billion. How much did we contribute? More than 91.5% to the coffer. Year to day, we are the poorest. Have you ever seen where wealth is produced in your backyard and you are the poorest? You are the most neglected. Those who benefit from the oil come from other areas. Today, the oil flows through my backyard. If I want something benefit from it, I have to travel to Dar to meet Mr. President Muhammad Buhari. Can I benefit from this oil? We say yes. provided you are APC member.
Okay. Let's talk about some other national issues
Okay,
now.
go
Make we
ahead.
talk about insecurity because that now one big issue where Nigeria they battle with from the southeast, where you see attacks on police formations and police officers and security officers, to the south, where we have the sea issues of kidnapping, southwest farmers headers clashes, northwest the issues of banditry and kidnappings, and the southeast where Boko Haram is seen a big problem. How you go assess the response of the federal and state government to tackle all these issues
Which issues?
of insecurity?
Insecurity is a national issue that is actually eating into the fabric of this nation. And if we do not take time, we will have no country to show for it. So it is not a matter for political parties, not a matter for the executive alone, not a matter for National Assembly. It's a matter for all citizens of Nigeria. But unfortunately, power is in the hand of the executive and the National Assembly. All we are saying, provide enough material for our soldiers to fight. We have fought in other countries. We have fought in the Congo. We even fought in Europe, in Pakistan, in Asia. We fought in Africa, Sierra Leone, Liberia, Congo. Why today the Nigerian soldiers that are held very high in other parts of the world, today we cannot even conquer Boko Haram for 13 years, going to 20 years now. So it's a shame to all of us. It's an embarrassment to all of us. But unfortunately, the federal government is not taking this matter serious enough. Provide money. This is the time when extra budgetary should be made for the war. But unfortunately, those who are commanding those armies, those forces in those times, most of them were regarded not being clean, not being transparent. So the amount voted to buy weapons and so on, in most cases, they bought expired products from Eastern Europe, Ukraine, and other places. And again, the ambassadors, you remember the case whereby a general sent soldiers to carry 400 and something billion naira in a vehicle, and they were caught. What did they do to the general? What type of punishment did they give to him?
Yes, my fellow Biafrans, I hope you all have seen the video I am talking about. I hope you guys watched this video. This video was an interview from BBC Pidgin. From BBC Pidgin to Edwin Clark, an elder who have failed to understand the difference between six and half a dozen. An elder who have decided to make himself a caricature. An elder who have decided to be playing ping pong. An elder who, watching Edwin Clark alone say is very irritating, because I don't know where to classify him to be. An elder, yes, Edwin Clark in Agano. Before I continue, sometimes I don't blame all these miserable people. Sometimes I don't blame them. I don't want to drop this speech, because if I drop this speech now, step will go scatter. But sometimes I don't blame them. If you're a sensible person, you will understand the reason why I said I don't blame them. Yes. Because by the time you are trying to put people in order and they are trying to dismiss themselves, dismiss them. Leave them, let them carry their problem and go. Until they see what they are looking for, the person will calm down. Until Fulani will ride on them, the person will calm down. Now, Edwin Clark, before I go further, please, I want to ask you this question. Edwin Clark, how old are you? I believe, Edwin Clark, you are above 60, 65 to 70. Psychologically, looking at you, you will see that even on where we're going, so you are at the point of, to die. Yes, because death is inevitable. Anybody can die. Even me, if I get old, I will still die. So I won't live forever. Psychologically, looking at you, Edwin Clark, you will see that, it was like this. So, Edwin Clark, as you are above 60, 65, and you by yourself, within you, check yourself and ask yourself this question. Since you don't know what you want to do, let me ask you this question. Edwin Clark, who were you before the creation of Nigeria? Since you are above 60 and Nigeria is below, and Nigeria is 60 to 61 years, and you were above 65 to 70. Edwin Clark, who were you before the creation of Nigeria? Or were you a migrant who migrated from another country to another country? Or were you just a man who don't know his roots? An elder who said that he don't know, or he or she don't know how to dig hole, that person is an evil elder, Edwin Clark. So, you want to tell me that you don't know whom you are before the creation of Nigeria, and you are older than Nigeria? Edwin Clark, are you trying to tell me that you don't know whom you are before the creation of Nigeria, and you are elder than Nigeria? Now, Edwin Clark, let me ask you this question. You said you are for one Nigeria. Sometimes you come out to say you are for Niger Delta. You are for Niger Delta. And knowing full well that this name were given to you when during the time of resource control. Even on the process, you know what happened to Adakaboro. Adakaboro were killed just like that. Edwin Clark, if they check it very well, if they checkmate it very well, you are among those who sent that young man to his early grave. Edwin Clark, let me ask you this question. The time Goodluck Jonathan was as a president, Edwin Clark, what did he even do for you people as being a Niger Delta man, as you all claim it to be? Edwin Clark, what did Goodluck Jonathan did for you people? Goodluck Jonathan did nothing. Even at that, he was even pleasing the Alaba jury till he left presidency seat. Edwin Clark, what happened when Onohe was removed as Chief Justice of Nigeria? Edwin Clark, what happened? What was your reaction? Edwin Clark, what is happening since they told you people that they want to come and drain the swamp that is in your village? Edwin Clark, I am asking you, what have you done towards it? Edwin Clark, even as you are, a Fulani man who is a migrant from Senegambia, told you guys that all you in Niger, in Delta State belongs to Jigawa people. And meanwhile, God in Nasarawa and Zamfara belongs to the north. Edwin Clark, what have you done about it? You have done nothing. 0 upon 0. You have done nothing. Edwin Clark, just imagine, because of Mazin Nankan has been kidnapped. Look at what a sensible, a miserable, a disgusting old fool is saying on BBC Igbo. BBC Pidgin, I mean to say. Look at what you are saying. Kill a strong man, kill a strong man. It's only within a villager and a villager's fight. When another village came to invade the village of which you are trying to kill a strong man, you'll be looking for the strong man. Now as Nankan have been arrested, all of you are jumping. Have you people asked yourself this question? Because I'm very angry. Have you people asked yourself this question? Ever since the kidnap of Mazen Nandikanu, have the price of rice decreased? Edwin Clark, I'm asking you, have the price of rice decreased? Edwin Clark, the price of rice have not decreased. Have the kidnapping stopped? Have the terrorism stopped? Have the shooting stopped? Edwin Clark, stop being an old fool. Stop being an old fool. I believe you will get this message. Because after posting it on this YouTube, I'll post it on Facebook so that he will get it straight. All these elders in our village, all these elders in our town, you all have to be ashamed of yourself because you don't act as an elder. You are only the most greedy elder I've ever seen. You are the most frustrating elder I've ever met. You are the most miserable and disgusting old garbage that I've ever seen. All of you who shouldn't say that we the youth are insulting you. You people have insulted yourself to the core. An elder who don't know himself, realize. An elder who don't want to package himself. Young ones will use him as child's play. Look at what they are doing to us. They took from our oil. They gave us nothing. They're developing their side. They'll give up nothing. And you all will come out to say they are representing yourself. You are representing your abdomen. You are representing your abdomen, Edwin Clark. All the elders in Biafran land. Both the one in Niger Delta. Since you people are claiming to be Niger Delta, you are claiming not to be among Biafra. We are not dragging you all. It is time for everyone to know that this thing is becoming what we don't expect. Edwin Clark, think about this thing. You might not last up to 10, 7, 8, or 9 years. 10 years, you might not even reach 10 years coming. Yes, this is the reality of life. What will be the move you will die with? How will you die? This is the question, will you die? You do not know if you will die a miserable death or you will die a frustrating death. Edwin Clark, Edwin Clark, enough. Enough of all this bullshit. If you people don't want to belong, pack your load and go to Kaduna and stay with them. Old cargoes. All the elders in Biafra land are very, very disgusting. And they are very, very disgusting. We don't have any elder. All we have are those shameless fools who are always running around looking for money for snuff. Edwin Clark, shame on you on that speech you dropped on BBC Pidgin. You are not worth to be called an elder. Any youth who is dancing, claiming I have an elder, you are also miserable and frustrating. I dropped this in here. It is time for us to understand where we actually belong. Edwin Clark, you are a disappointment to elders.